Over here.
Hmm?
Over here.
Yeah! Hey there! Need something, Kaido?
I must apologize for startling you. If I may, I'd like to request a moment of your time.
Yeah, whatever.
I cannot thank you enough. This way, please.
She's like a ninja.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Lin-san Reaction. Last episode felt like a real turning point. Alisa Mikhailovna Kuju started showing more raw emotion, especially when her Russian whispers became more direct about how much Masachika Q's actually matters to her. Q's, despite keeping his usual calm attitude, clearly looked more affected than before, especially during those quiet after-class moments. We also saw Yuki Suo pushing harder, deliberately creating situations that forced Aaliyah and Q's closer while testing their reactions. Now heading into episode 7, I think the pressure is going to peak, especially with the student council election getting closer. Aaliyah might finally lose control of her composed image, and Q's could be forced to step in more openly. I'm really wondering, will this be the episode where Aaliyah starts suspecting that Q's understands her Russian?
Never fails to amaze me.
My thanks. You have honored me by taking the time.
Yeah. Get to the point.
My sincerest apologies, of course. Speaking to my mistress, I have heard you're running with Miss Kujo in the election. I humbly request you confirm this detail.
Yep.
How unfortunate. Master had openly expressed his displeasure towards you. He was baffled you would dare make such a move, that you should choose to further impede Yuki's progress, even after abandoning the Suo name.
Really? That old bastard. He told me if I left, I would be nothing more than a stranger to him. Claimed I wouldn't be allowed to call myself Yuki's brother anymore. Now he's gonna act like we're family? I don't want to hear about it, old man. Okay then. So I assume he sent you here in his place to make sure what he heard was true?
Not so. I ask of my own accord. As my mistress's loyal aide, it's my responsibility to investigate. I must assess what threat you would pose.
Devoted as ever. Never gets old.
You understand. This came as a shock to me. I truly believed you would never do something to cause Yuki grief, and yet we've arrived here. Please confirm, was my trust in you misplaced?
I don't know, but I'm sure not running out of some misplaced spite for Yuki. It's unfortunate, but this is just how things happen to work out.
Whatever your reasoning may be, the fact remains that you are now on opposing ends. Is it so important to you, running with Miss Kujo over my mistress? Is it worth your effort, knowing your actions serve to betray your own flesh and blood?
Yeah. I already promised to do everything in my power to ensure Alya wins. I can't back down.
How unusual for you to give such passionate support. Is it because you harbor special feelings?
During a break at school, Q's is suddenly approached by Ano, who startles him so badly that he almost jumps out of his skin. Trying to steady himself, he asks if she needs something. Ano lowers her head politely and apologizes, saying she would like to talk for a moment. Seeing how respectful she is, Q's finds it hard to refuse and agrees to follow her. In his eyes, she moves so quietly and precisely that she feels less like a normal person and more like a ninja. They step aside to a quiet corner, and Ano brings up the upcoming election. She admits she still can't quite believe Q's intends to oppose Yuki, so she asks him directly to confirm. Q's doesn't hesitate and firmly states that it's true. Hearing that, Ano explains that the clan leader is unhappy with him. From their perspective, Q's abandoned the family long ago, so they don't understand why he's now interfering in Yuki's path. That comment irritates him. He recalls being told that once he left, he was no longer part of the family, just a stranger. Yet now they suddenly act as if they have the right to judge him. They didn't even allow him to call himself Yuki's brother anymore, and now they're using family ties to criticize him. Q's asks if Ano came just to deliver those words from the clan leader. She shakes her head and says this is her own intention. As Yuki's servant, it's her duty to understand the intentions of anyone who stands against her master. Realizing that, Q's relaxes slightly. Ano assures him she believes he would never harm his younger sister. He explains that joining the election isn't about opposing Yuki personally. It's just how things turned out. Still, no matter the circumstances, his determination to help Arya become student council president hasn't changed. That sincerity surprises Ano, and she wonders if his motivation comes from some special feelings. Hughes simply replies that it's his own decision. He then asks her to pass a message to the clan leader and not blame Yuki, because she's done nothing wrong. If the leader has something to say, they can come speak to him directly. Before leaving, Ano asks one final question about his feelings toward Yuki. Hughes answers without hesitation that their bond as siblings has never changed. To him, she is still the most important person in the world. Because of that, he hopes Ano will support Yuki with everything she has. Only
Nope. I'm doing this for no other reason than I want to. So I've got a message for Gramps. Don't bother Yuki about me anymore. If he has something to say, then tell him he can say it straight to my face.
Yes, of course, I shall. And if it's no trouble, I have another question. May I trust that through this, while you stand in opposition to her, your love for my mistress remains the same?
Always. She's the most important person in the world to me, no matter what. That fact hasn't changed. Take care of her. You have to, when I can.
You can count on me. I'm grateful to hear your thoughts on this matter, difficult though it is. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Well, damn. Think I disappointed her. Ta-da! Check out the smoking hot babes we got here. So, take your pick, Masachica. I'm not really that big into idol culture. Bro, quit sounding like such an old fart. Just pick who you think is cute. Fine, if I must. Well, out of the girls on here, the one in blue. Wow. It's good to know that's your type. She kind of looks like Kusho's big sis. Does she? No way. Now that you mention it, I do kind of see a resemblance. Do you always have a thing for girls that look like Maria, my dude? No, not really. And Masha's got a boyfriend anyway. So things would be different if she were single? Hold up, Masha? When did that happen? You making moves on a taken girl? Not a chance. She just asked me to call her that. I'll have you know I've never even looked at her that way.
You think this befits your office? Should a student council member be bringing something like that to school?
No, but Takashi was the one who brought this with him today. I swear.
Then reprimand him.
Right. Okay, moving on. You ever thought about what it would be like to go out with Sua? Not happening. Couldn't be further from my type. How so? How can I put this? Forget it. I just want a girlfriend who I can also see as my best friend before all that other stuff. You good, man? You're red. I'm not! Another thing. Her smile. It's gotta be cute enough she can light up a whole room. It would suck to date a girl with cold eyes. How can you deal with distance like that? And who wouldn't want someone cheerful to help them through the day? We need to watch what we talk about. I think we're upsetting Olya. Huh?
Only then will their clash be truly meaningful, and no matter who loses, there will be no regrets. There's something honest and almost bittersweet in the way he says it, as if he's already prepared himself for whatever outcome awaits. Back in the classroom, his two friends show him a weekly magazine filled with eye-catching content. Hughes, who usually only cares about anime, isn't familiar with real-world celebrities. If he had to pick based on instinct, he chooses someone who happens to resemble Masha. Looking more closely, he realizes the resemblance is actually striking, and he even wonders if they might be the same person. His friends tease him, asking if he prefers mature women like Arya. He dodges the question, but when they mention Masha, he notes that she seems to already have a boyfriend, so she's out of reach. They then question why he suddenly calls her by such a familiar name. As he tries to explain, Arya walks into the room and overhears part of the conversation. She shoots him a sharp glare and mutters an insult in Russian, calling him a beast. Her jealousy flares up instantly, especially when she notices the magazine in his hand. She scolds him, saying that as a member of the student council now, he should act more properly. Cutest quickly explains that the magazine belongs to Takeshi, not him. Only then does she let it go and return to her seat, though she's clearly still annoyed. Takeshi, completely unaware of the tension, asks Cutest if he'd like to date Masha. This catches the attention of the girl sitting nearby, who listens closely to his answer. Cutest says it's impossible, but he doesn't explain why. Instead, he vaguely mentions that if he were to go on a date, he'd rather invite friends along. Arya immediately perks up and, in Russian, confidently assumes he's talking about her. The accuracy of her guess leaves Cutest blushing. Hikaru notices his silence and asks what he's thinking. Cutest recalls a childhood friend and adds that he'd want to date someone with a cute smile. That comment hits Arya unexpectedly. She freezes, realizing she doesn't really smile like that. As the conversation continues, none of the traits the boys mentioned seem to match her at all, and she slowly sinks into an icy silence. Cutest notices this and quickly stops his friends before they make things worse. Arya insists in Russian that she's fine and that she has her own friends.
Let's hype her up for a little bit now. I got this, my bro. Nah, bros! If she's as pretty as Alia, her personality could suck for all I care. Not helping, bro!
Oh? Well, that's good to know. Lovely to hear your thoughts. And it's such a relief. I'm so glad my appearance can make up for my insufferable personality.
Hey, calm down. We're not saying that.
I'll be taking this. Goodbye. Come in. As you wish. Well, you satisfied? Yes. I had no cause for concern. My master is still the man I've always idolized. I'm glad to hear it. What did my bro say? Despite my protests, he would not rescind his promise to be Miss Cujo's vice president. Figured as much. Furthermore, he entrusted me with a message intended for the master, claiming, if he has something to say, he should say it straight to his face. Wow, sounds like he's throwing down. Well, I'm glad. It means he's as serious as he should be. Yes. It was such a masculine claim. I was worried my ovaries would explode. Oh, of course, but they didn't really, right? No. On that note, and you know I'd never want to pry, but you haven't fallen in love with my big brother or anything crazy like that, have you? That is correct, madam. I feel nothing romantic for him. I worship him in the same way that I worship you, but I would never seek emotional validation. If that's all, good. I am well aware of my place, and believe it would be an overstep to seek the title of girlfriend. I merely wish to be a tool that he may handle however he sees fit. Slow down, that's BDSM territory. I must apologize, madam. BDSM. What does that mean? Oh, well you see, it's a compliment. It stands for the best damn suo made. Thank you for explaining. In that case, I will continue to practice my BDSM to properly service you. There's no way that phrasing was unintentional. And mistress, there's one last thing. Yeah? What? Master Masachika said something of you. By his words, the fact has not changed that you are the most important person in his world. Are you all right? Close one there. I was a second away from screaming out my love toward my big brother for the entire school to hear. Yeesh. There he goes. That cutie always knows how to pull at my heartstrings. With that said, it appears his resolve hasn't wavered one bit. Excellent. This is finally getting interesting. I didn't think Alia could put up much of a fight by herself. Among the first-year students, your rise to presidency is seen as a foregone conclusion. And while I hate to sound too blunt, Miss Cujo is...
So it doesn't matter. But Cutest understands her well enough to know she's upset. Trying to fix things, he subtly encourages his friends to compliment her. Takeshi suddenly stands up and calls Arya a princess, which happens to be the one thing she hates most. Ironically, that blunder saves the situation. Arya assumes that, in their eyes, she's just an unapproachable and unpleasant person who only looks good on the outside. Takeshi ends up paying the price by losing his magazine, but compared to what could have happened, it's a small sacrifice. Elsewhere, Ano reports back to Yuki. Yuki asks if she's satisfied now, since Q's hasn't changed at all. Ano expresses her admiration for him and confirms that he's determined to support Arya until the end. She also mentions that he challenged the clan leader, saying they can confront him directly if they have an issue. Hearing this, Yuki smiles. That's exactly the kind of brother she respects. His strong will stirs something in Ano, though her reaction momentarily unsettles Yuki. To clear things up, Yuki asks if Ano has feelings for her brother. Ano denies it, saying it's purely respect. For her, simply being able to serve is enough. Her answer sounds almost like something out of an anime about devoted maids, and when Yuki teases her about it, Ano confidently says she'll strive to become that kind of servant. Then she delivers Q's final message. No matter what happens, Yuki is still the most important person in his heart. Embarrassed by this, Yuki has to open a window and lean out to calm herself, barely stopping herself from shouting her feelings out loud at school. After that, both sides realize they'll need to give everything they have in the upcoming election. Most students believe Yuki will become the next president, but with Q's supporting Arya, things are no longer so certain. Though he often downplays himself, both girls know how dangerous he can be when he's serious. Arya, unfamiliar with Yuki's past strength, may not fully understand what she's up against, but with Q's by her side, the battle promises to be intense. Yuki herself acknowledges that her brother is a genius, someone she's never been able to surpass. This time, she's determined to finally overcome him. Later, inside the student council room, things take a strange turn when the girls start playing a card.
Is looked down upon. The constituents remark that she transferred here after your reign was set, so they see her as naive. She does not know your strength. Well, merciless. So, then how does my beloved brother plan to turn this disaster of a campaign in the right direction? You seem to be having fun. Because I am. It's the long-anticipated battle. I can test my mettle against the greatest prodigy of the Suo family. Yes, I finally get to crawl out of my brother's shadow as he comes at me with everything that he's got. And he's found a formidable partner to boot. It's more than enough to get my blood flowing. I hear my heart pounding. Let them bring their forces to bear. Let's go! I want to battle you at your strongest! Let me ask, Ayano. How may I serve, mistress? How did that sound, huh? Seemed like a good final boss monologue. I raise. Count me out. I fold. Oh no, already? I was only trying to bluff through the round, and to think I didn't even have a pair in my hand. Ah! Looks like she got you, Alia. But it was a good effort anyway.
Anyone would have a tricky time playing against Suo like this.
Poker is a battle of wits, and Yuki's a seasoned general.
Yeah, I'm sure that's part of it, but also, I feel like Alia can be too easy to read.
Hey, Sarashina?
Oh.
The rest of us were keeping that thought to ourselves.
Oh, sorry about that.
It seems to me little Kujo doesn't have much of a poker face. I had kinda assumed she'd be better at keeping her emotions concealed. On the contrary, it looks like her older sister's the one who's tough to get a lock on.
Yeah, agreed.
I feel the same way. I can never tell what's going on in her head. But she's such a sweet girl, almost comically nice at times. Every once in a while, though, she'll do something strange I don't understand.
Definitely has a unique air to her.
Maybe she's just a ditz?
Again, I didn't want to say it.
My bad.
Miss Hirashima, may I provide a refill for your drink?
You seriously scared the crap out of me there.
Still working on mine. I'm good for now.
I will wait patiently.
You didn't make a sound when you walked behind us. Is that a skill you had to learn working for the Suo house?
Yes, I learned it from my grandparents.
Oh?
Her grandparents also used to work for Yuki's family a long time ago.
Wow. So your parents too?
Not at all. My mother and father both work in offices.
Oh? They're not servants?
They're not. I chose this out of admiration for my grandparents. It's not like going into the family business or anything.
Right. In that case, how long have you been serving the Suo house?
There was no specific date this began. It didn't start as a profession. If you wonder...
Card game as a way to pass the time. They aren't using money, only candy, but technically it's still against the rules. Even so, no one seems too concerned. Yuki quickly proves to be the most dangerous player at the table, constantly taking bold risks and somehow coming out on top. In contrast, Arya plays cautiously, always choosing the safest option, which ironically makes her easy to read. Time and time again, she falls into traps set by the others. Watching from the side, the boys can't help but feel a little worried. Arya's expressions give away too much, making her predictable in situations like this. Someone even warns Chisaki not to say certain things in front of her, knowing how easily she might react. What makes it more entertaining, though, is Arya herself. Her face often looks annoyed or irritated, but there's something oddly charming about it. At first, they assumed she was simply someone who lacked emotional expression, but after spending more time together, it becomes clear that Masha is actually the hardest one to read. Hughes agrees with that observation. No matter what happens, Masha maintains the same gentle smile, her tone soft and steady in a way that almost feels unnatural. The others jokingly compare her to a saint, even though she occasionally does strange or playful things that throw everyone off. Chisaki bluntly says she might just be a bit airheaded, which leaves Hughes at a loss for words. Meanwhile, Ano has also become someone to watch out for. She moves silently through the room, appearing and disappearing without anyone noticing, almost like a ghost. Curious about her behavior, one of the seniors asks about it. Ano explains that ever since she became Yuki's servant, she's trained herself to move without making a sound. Her family has served Yuki's clan for generations, and she learned these habits from her grandparents, who still work for the family to this day. Her parents, however, chose ordinary office jobs, so she's the only one who decided to continue that tradition. It's something she's been practicing since she was very young. She nearly let slip earlier that Hughes was the first person to ever make her feel flustered, but she quickly corrects herself, knowing he wouldn't like that kind of statement. When Hughes later pulls her aside to remind her to be more careful, she looks at him with unwavering admiration, which only makes things more awkward.
When I began attending Yuki, I would place the timeline somewhere in the 2nd grade.
Child labor much?
It goes to show how much I admire my grandparents. And also, massages. I've always had a talent for giving massages, like a servant.
Ah.
Ayano, a moment.
Forgive me. I have disgraced myself. I apologize.
Nah, I'm just relieved that you caught yourself when you did. But... her eyes are filled with love and respect. What changed? Is she not mad at me anymore? How did I max out my affection on this route?
Are all retainers expected to avoid making noise while attending to their duties?
Yes. It was another lesson I learned from my grandparents. To be a good servant, we must see to it that we never stand out too much. Pardon me, but would you mind giving me a refill too? I sincerely apologize for not noticing. Alia told me I needed to shut up and go away.
There sure is a lot of tension between those two. Are they seriously upset?
Don't worry about it. Nah, it looks like Alia's really enjoying herself.
Rare to see her let loose like this, I'd say.
Yeah, for real.
Oh my, you agree?
100%.
She's having fun.
You sure?
Whoa, looks like we need to get a bit more. Give me just a minute and I'll track some down. I would gladly take care of this. Don't you worry about it. As the heroine of today's show, you should relax.
It's a welcome party, and the guests of honor are none other than you and me. I suppose that would make you the heroine of today.
He's got that right. And brave hero, would you escort me on my task?
I'm not exempt! We're heading to the vending machines. What you want?
I'll have a cafe au lait if you wouldn't mind. Oh, the brown one and not the white one, please.
I'll take an Oshiroko.
Do you mind grabbing me a cider?
One cola. No, actually, let's make it a ginger ale.
I will be fine just sticking to water.
Let me think. How about a lemon tea?
I don't know why you're bothering to tell me that. You're coming too.
Whoopsies.
All right. 1 cider, 1 ginger ale, and 1 lemon tea. The brown cafe au lait, Oshiruko, and a water. Copy that.
Huh? I've been meaning to say, thank you again, Kusei.
What did I do this time?
Offered to run with Alya. It means a lot, so I wanted to tell you. Knowing her, I would bet she was too excited to sleep that night.
Either way, that's hardly something you should bother thanking me over.
You think? I'll have to disagree with you on that one. Alya's never had anyone but me she could rely on. I'm thankful a sweet guy like you is there for her.
Conversation shifts again when Masha casually moves to sit beside Q's instead of next to her sister, likely to avoid getting scolded. Meanwhile, Arya continues losing badly in the game, which starts to worry the student council president. It's supposed to be harmless fun, but it's beginning to look like it might turn into an argument. Q's, however, reassures them that Arya is actually enjoying herself despite her losses. That insight surprises Masha, who didn't expect him to understand her sister so well. Since the council doesn't have much to do at the moment, Masha suggests going out to buy some drinks. Ano offers to go, but she's stopped because today she's supposed to be the focus of attention. Instead, Masha asks Q's to come along with her. He can't really refuse, even though it's technically his welcome party. The others also take the chance to place their orders, turning it into a group errand. Once they're outside, Masha thanks him sincerely. When he asks why, she explains that it's because he chose to stand beside her sister in the election. Arya must be incredibly happy to have someone like him supporting her. More importantly, for the first time, Arya isn't fighting alone. That thought seems to mean a lot to her. As they talk, Q's begins to realize something deeper. Masha deliberately hides her serious side when she's around Arya. She doesn't want to compete with her own sister. Arya has always worked hard and given everything she has, and Masha truly loves that about her. Since childhood, she's chosen to act more carefree, playing the role of a relaxed older sister so that Arya doesn't feel pressured. Q's can't help but admire that. Masha, however, shrugs it off, saying it's not entirely an act. Being serious all the time is exhausting, and sometimes it's better to just relax. Listening to her, Q's realizes their situations are surprisingly similar. Just like Masha, he's held himself back in order to maintain his relationship with Yuki. He knows how talented he is, but he chose not to push too far ahead. Even Yuki does something similar in her own way. When they're alone, she often acts silly and carefree, almost like she's playing the role of a foolish younger sister. Q's wonders if that's also her way of maintaining their bond. He tells Masha that she's kind, and promises to keep her secret from Arya. In return, Masha
You know what? I realized. You act serious with me, but I feel like when you're around Alya, you've been deliberately trying to hide that side of yourself.
You think so? I just don't want to compete with her. To this day, she's the hardest working person I know. Never leaves anything on the table. I've always loved that about her. How could a big sister not be proud?
In that case, you're playing the role of her cheerful half.
I wouldn't say that I'm playing anything. I just feel like working so hard all the time must get exhausting. Everyone needs to relax sometimes. Though, I can't deny I tend to soften up my rules and expectations when my baby sister is involved. I worry about her. She seems isolated. Sisters are complicated, though I guess that could be said of any kind of sibling. There might never be someone I'm as close to as her, but because of that, it's easy to compare ourselves to each other.
Yeah, I'm all too aware of that. It's true that I don't feel inferior to Yuki these days, but that's only because she so openly demonstrates her feelings of love and admiration. Maybe it's nothing but an act to try and make me feel better. Could she be faking the whole stupid otaku thing? Nah, she's a gremlin through and through. If I might say, you're a pretty stellar big sister.
Aren't I? The title's important to me. I gotta be my best for all ya. But don't tell her. It'll be our little secret.
Why would I bother? I don't think she'd even believe me. I'd have to convince her that her sister's mature and responsible.
Oh, please. You act like you're not hiding your responsible side, but I can see right through you.
Well, unlike you, my reason has less nobility behind it. I'm just looking out for myself, honestly. I pretend like I'm a slacker, but it's because I kinda am. No one expects anything, so I get to take it easy. Don't read into it.
There. I'm proud of you for all your effort. It's okay. You're gonna be just fine, sweetie.
Okay, what's this?
Good boys like you need praise. Accepted.
What's her deal? And why does it feel like every time I'm with her, all the walls around me start to crack?
Points out that he's hiding things too. Cuse admits it, but says his reason isn't as noble. He just wants a peaceful, easy life, so he pretends to be less capable than he really is to avoid people relying on him too much. Hearing that, Masha gently pats his head, praising him like she used to when they were younger. The gesture catches him off guard. It feels comforting, yet also strangely disarming, as if she's seeing right through him. Every time he's with her, his guard seems to drop without him realizing it. The next day, Arya is unexpectedly approached by Sayaka. Since Cuse had already told her about this girl, she at least recognizes her. Sayaka immediately brings up the election and questions Arya about partnering with Cuse. When Arya confirms it, Sayaka sharply criticizes her, accusing her of shamelessly taking Cuse away from Yuki. Her voice grows louder, and the tension quickly draws attention from students nearby. Arya is suddenly painted as someone who manipulated Cuse into joining her side. The accusation spreads, and soon the entire area is watching. Cuse steps in just in time and hears what's being said. Arya explains the situation, and he immediately objects. He makes it clear that choosing to support Arya was entirely his own decision, and that Yuki agreed to it as well. Sayaka, however, doesn't back down. She mocks him as a loser who's now siding with a transfer student. The words sting, but Cuse doesn't argue. Instead, he calmly asks her to apologize if she's said anything excessive to Arya. The situation remains tense as Sayaka openly declares her hostility. She challenges them, effectively turning the conflict into something much bigger within the school. Her goal becomes clear. She wants to remove Cuse from the student council and eliminate him as a candidate in the election. When Arya tries to speak, Sayaka dismisses her as nothing more than a puppet candidate. Even so, Arya stays composed. She firmly states that she and Cuse are a team. If Sayaka intends to defeat him in the race for president, then she will stand as his opponent. Hearing that, Sayaka accepts the challenge without hesitation. She promises to crush them both, declaring that their partnership doesn't deserve to win. The atmosphere grows heavy, and what started as a simple disagreement now feels like the beginning of a full-scale battle.
Are you Elisa Cujo? I know this is sudden. I'm Sayaka Taniyama from Class F. Sorry, but do you have a moment to talk?
Taniyama, huh? Hold on. Isn't that the girl who ran against Yuki in the middle school elections?
So, Kujo, is it true? I've heard you're running with Masachika Kuze in our upcoming presidential elections.
Yes, and?
I would have expected someone with your reputation to have class. Don't you have the slightest sense of shame? So Artie had her eyes set on Kuze as her vice president, and you knowingly stole him. Were you trying to spite her?
Wait, what? What are you implying that I did? Do you think I'm that underhanded that I would do something behind her back to get his support?
Am I wrong? I don't know how you did it, and I don't really care. You made the choice to take that lazy bum as your running mate. I can't imagine why else you'd do that, if not to spite Suo.
Are you kidding me?
Alia? Taniyama? Everything okay?
Why don't you ask her? She seems to think I'm up to something. She claimed I pulled some shady crap to steal away Yuki's running mate.
Wait, seriously? Can we talk about this? I don't know what you heard or who you heard it from, but the reason I'm running with Alia instead of Yuki is because I want to.
That seems fairly improbable. You've been going through the motions for so long. What could have given you enough motivation to team up with this transfer student?
So I'm going through the motions? Yeah, I guess that's fair to say. Either way, Yuki didn't have any qualms with my choice, so whatever you think happened didn't. If you said something inappropriate to Alia, I'd ask you to apologize.
Ah, now I can see what we're dealing with here. You were the one in the wrong after all. Kuze, I hereby challenge you to debate in Student Congress.
No way. What's happening? One candidate challenged another to a congress.
Slow down there, Taniyama. Come on. Are you joking?
I'd never joke about something as serious as this. You're a blot on the school's reputation, and you shouldn't be in the running. Scratch that. You shouldn't be on the student council at all.
Hold it right there. My understanding is that a student congress impacts candidates' campaigns. Assuming that's the case, attacking him means you're attacking me.
Stay out of this. Why should I care about a puppet whose only platform is their above-average grades?
Kuze and I are a team in this election. If you, as another candidate, think you're allowed to just waltz in here and slander my running mate, you'll have to go through me first.
I was trying to spare you the embarrassment of defeat. So be it. I'll take down both of you at the same time. Only those who deserve office should run, and neither of you do.
Thank you so much for watching this video on Lin-san reaction. I truly appreciate you spending your time here with me. If you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment to share your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any upcoming content. Your support means a lot and really helps the channel grow. I'll be bringing you more exciting reactions, unexpected moments, and fun discussions very soon. Stay tuned for the next video, and until then, take care and have an amazing day. See you again on Lin-san Reaction.